Hello, folks. Let's see. It's raining here today in Florida quite a bit. It's the day of the Daytona 500, and I don't think they're going to run the race today. So I thought I'd hopefully make a fairly short video. I'm going to start taking the movement apart here, and the first thing I do. Let me back up a little bit. The first thing I did when I received this clock, it did not have this taper pin that you see here. This brass taper pin, I made that. The clock was shipped to me, and I was very, very lucky that this washer behind here did not fall off. So I'm gonna pull this pin back out that I made. It shouldn't be in here very tightly. It's a very, very small taper pin. The minute hand in this washer should, if this is a square drive on here, which it is, this minute hand has and there's that washer that I didn't lose. That's a domed washer, so that's those are a little bit hard to come by, so that's a good thing. So yes, this minute hand has a square hole in it, which corresponds to the square shaft that's coming out from the back movement. Now these can be on there pretty tightly. That was good. Sometimes you have to try and pry those off, and with this porcelain dial, it's very hard. Your toilet tank and so on is made out of vitreous china, which is porcelain. It's got a glazing on it, so yeah, you don't really want to press down on this. You could crack it, but they're tough. They're durable because of that glazing that's on there. Okay, so that's the first step, because I need to take this dial off, and it's held on again by some taper pins. There's three steel taper pins here. So I just grab them with my needle nose and twist and pull. Getting them back in is very easy. That's one taper pin. These dials are normally held on in 3 places. Oh, that one came out very easily. Excellent. So now the dial should slide off, which it does. Oh, there's one of those little, I was talking about those special tools. So I'm not sure if this is, oh, you know what, that's folded. I believe that's folded around the white portion of the dial. That's what these little tabs are. They fold around. So if I pull these 3 screws out here, I think this whole thing pulls out. The dial comes with it, so that would be cool. Then I can really polish this escutcheon up. That's really nice. Okay, so that's off. Now we can see this is the hour wheel here. Looks good. This is called the Cannon pinion. That looks like it's been on there for a long, long time. Cannon pinion because it looks like a little cannon, I guess. It's got a hole through it. But this is what drives the minute hand around. the power comes from this shaft, and you can see it's a smooth shaft, but it gets retransmitted back to this cannon pinion, and the minute hand, that's the square end of this that fits onto the minute hand. It basically is driven by friction of that washer that I luckily didn't lose, and and as you reassemble it, you have to push that on, and there's some tension between there. So that's a real good thing. We got those two off. This is let's see the next part. This is an intermediate gear. Again, that's held by a very, very small taper pin. I gotta put my glasses on. I'm not going to take that off right now. That looks pretty good. So that's the preliminary step to get actually the front of the clock taken off. This is kind of a unique clock because it has a little decorative brass overlay here, held on by two very, very small screws. Those are teensy tiny. Wow. Well, I will be taking those off. I have some very teensy tiny screwdrivers that hopefully that does not fit. Very important when you're working on any kind of equipment that you use the proper size screwdriver for the selected slot that you're trying to put in there. There we go. Very little. Oh, it loosened right up. That's going to take, yeah. Well, we certainly don't want to lose those. I guess we'll worry about. Wow, those are small. That's why I'm not a watchmaker. You want to talk about small screws? All right. I hate to even pick those up with a pair of tweezers. If I lose those screws, I'm not going to be able to probably find those again. Where is my magnet? Well, let's. There it is. One. Yeah, I would be afraid if I, and two. So we've got those in there. There's another little steel taper pin, but so we got those captured in there, and there's my little funky brass decoration. So maybe what we'll do right now is take care of this. So I'm not going to be putting that on for quite a while. The two screws. I'm just going to leave that in its own little envelope here. I think I'll do the same thing with the watch face components here, so to speak, the minute hand, hour hand. Three taper pins, the very important domed washer, and my replacement brass taper pin. So those are all safe and sound for when we go to put this thing back together, which is going to be quite a while. But so there's another shorter installment for you. I'm not gonna. The next installment, I'll be taking the whole clock apart here because I want to put that new mainspring in there. So, you know what? I think I'll put those in there too for now. Those are the minute and hour wheel there. Cannon pinion, hour wheel. Those are in there. So, a little more progress on the clock, not much, but you can see there are a couple of components behind the dial. It's a very simple mechanism to translate the movement of the escape wheel. Back in here, as this escape wheel turns, it's going to turn this gear, which in turn increments the shaft around, and the minute hand will follow that shaft around. And as the minute hand goes around, it transmits back to the hour hand for each revolution. You get a certain amount of degrees of rotation of the hour hand. So anyway, it is grungy, that's for sure. So I'm going to end it there, I think, and I thank you all for watching, and hope you'll tune in for the next installment, where I'll have this pretty much all in pieces for you, and you can watch me do that. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.